Hi, good day, guys. My name is Nick, technical analyst with FedEx, and today we are looking at the analysis on the currency pair, gold. And first, we'll be talking about fundamental analysis, then we move right down to technical analysis, which will be purely what we're seeing on the chart, filled with support and resistance lines, ascending triangles, and a lot more. Today, we can see that gold prices jumped in Asian trade on Tuesday today, being lifted by safe haven demand amidst the uncertainty over the US trade negotiations ahead of President Donald Trump's July 9 tariff deadline, while a weaker dollar provided additional support. Now we have spot gold, which rose 0.8% to $3,328 per ounce, while gold futures for August jumped 1% to $3,339 per ounce. And the bullion, of course, rose 1.5% a day earlier and was set to cover most of the ground lost last week due to the Israel-Iran ceasefire. Investors flocked to safe haven assets ahead of tariff deadline, while gold prices rose as investors looked out for trade deals ahead of President Trump's July 9th tariff deadline. We are experiencing a 90-day pause in tariff enforcement that began on April 2nd, which is set to expire next week, with the US having secured only 2 trade deals so far with China and the UK. Also, countries failing to reach trade deals before the deadline face the reimposition of reciprocal tariffs as high as 50%. The Financial Times report on Tuesday stated that the US trade officials are pivoting to a narrower trade agreement in a bid to secure quick wins ahead of the deadline. And the report will also say that administration is also considering tariffs on key sectors. Now, the US dollar index has remained subdued in Asian trading hours, still hovering near 3-year lows. And benchmark copper futures on London Metal Exchange rose 0.2% ton, while US copper futures jumped 1.2% to 5.1145 a pound. While gains in the red metal were also supported by a private survey showing unexpected growth in China's gasoline PMI for June, as improved trade conditions boosted sentiment in the world's largest copper importer. Now we are expecting a reach out to this zone, which is a very important resistance zone. And once it hits this point, we are expecting probably a push up, a breakout to a new zone, which we're going to mark out here now. In this new zone potentially to be at the $3,389 per ounce. But if it hits here and then a potential flush down, then it means that it respected this important resistance zone. But then it needs to touch the first resistance at 3351.04, and then we can see where next is headed to. So for all good traders, I think now is the best time to pick your buy positions and wait to secure as much profit as possible from this promising market. So that's our technical analysis on today's precious metal here, gold. I remain your host, Nick. Bye.